Hi everyone, welcome back to IBP Immigration Law's YouTube channel. Today we're diving into the details of fiancé visas and marriage visas, two important paths to bringing your foreign-born partner to the United States. If you're in a relationship with someone from another country and trying to figure out the best way to bring them to the United States, you are in the right place. Let's break down the differences between these two visas and know how they can affect your journey towards building a future together in the United States. First, let's talk about fiancé visas, officially known as the K-1 visa. This visa is specifically for the foreign fiancé of a U.S. citizen. Green card holders cannot petition their fiancés. The main purpose of the K-1 visa is to allow your fiancé to come to the United States so that you can get married within 90 days of their arrival. After you're married, your new spouse can apply to become a permanent resident, which means they'll be able to get a green card. The fiancé visa process begins with a U.S. citizen filing an I-129F petition with USCIS, which is the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Once the I-129F petition is approved, it is sent to the National Visa Center, or the NVC, and then forwarded to the U.S. Embassy or consulate in the foreign fiancé's country. This is when the foreign fiancé goes through what's known consular processing, which includes an interview, a medical examination, and things like that. At the interview, if everything goes well, the K-1 visa is issued directly on your fiancé's passport. The fiancé can then enter the United States, and the couple has 90 days to get married. After getting married within the 90 days, the foreign national can apply for adjustment of status to get a green card and become a permanent resident. Now let's touch upon the eligibility requirements. Number one, both you and your fiancé must intend to marry each other. That is the basic. You must have also met in person at least once in the past 2 years, though there are some exceptions to this rule, which is too intricate to get into this video right now. The relationship must also be genuine and not solely for immigration purposes. The fiancé visa option is particularly advantageous for LGBTQ couples whose partner lives in a country where same-sex marriage is not legal. This visa allows them to come to the United States and marry the U.S. citizen and apply for permanent residency, providing a legal and secure pathway to unite. Next, let's look at marriage visas. This visa is for foreign spouses of U.S. citizens or permanent residents. Unlike the fiancé visa, the marriage visa allows your spouse to enter the United States already as a permanent resident, giving them more stability and security upon arrival. Now let's talk about the process. You must be legally married to your spouse. And yes, the marriage can happen abroad, and the United States recognizes a foreign marriage. I get this question all the time, and the answer is yes. The next step is filing the petition. The U.S. citizen or the permanent resident spouse files an I-130 petition with USCIS. Once the I-130 petition is approved, it is sent to the National Visa Center for further processing and then to the U.S. Embassy or consulate in the foreign spouse's country. And this is what we call consular processing. The foreign spouse goes through consular processing, including an interview, a medical examination as well. And this is when the sponsor has to provide an affidavit of support. And once approved, the immigrant visa is issued directly on your spouse's passport, and they can enter the United States as a permanent resident and receive their green card in the mail sometime later. This is great because instead of having 3 steps like with the fiancé visa, you now are only just dealing with 2 steps. When deciding between a fiancé visa and a marriage visa, think about your personal situation and your long-term goals. The fiancé visas have been happening a lot faster, which is great if you want to reunite and get married quickly in the United States, or like I said, if you are in a same-sex relationship and cannot get married abroad. However, the marriage visa allows your spouse to already enter the United States as a permanent resident from the start, which can be a lot more beneficial in the long term. It just really depends on your individual circumstances, so it's important to speak to an immigration attorney that can help you choose the best path. At IBP Immigration Law, our experienced immigration lawyers really understand how complex the visa application process can be. We're here to help provide personalized guidance and help you make informed decisions. Whether you're considering a fiancé visa or a marriage visa, we support you through every step of the way to make sure your American dream becomes a reality. Thank you for joining us today to explore the ins and outs of the fiancé and marriage visas. If you have any questions or need assistance with your immigration journey, don't hesitate to reach out to IBP Immigration Law. My phone number is 407-906-0068. My website is ibplaw.com. Remember, we're here to help you achieve your immigration goals and build a brighter future here in the United States. Stay tuned for more informative content. Until next time.